Hey, Zaylee.
Hi, JV.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Another week down. How has your week been?
It's been really good. I got spring break this week, so very just relaxing, and I feel very motivated now.
All right, you're ready to go back?
Really, I need something to do.
Excellent. Well, welcome everyone. Thanks for joining us. This is our the District 3 weekly wrap up, and we are joined by DJ Kanza's daughter for the last time, but hopefully not really the last time. We might sneak you back in here, Zaylee, because you've been amazing.
Hopefully, I love doing this. So,
It's awesome. So this is when we give updates on what's happened this week in City Council. Maybe some community updates might be on the agenda. So thanks for sticking with us. And Zaylee, you've got some really lovely, maybe Spanish music playing. What do you have?
so I recently played this a couple weeks ago. It was the Mambo Rhapsody, and I don't know, something about this, it just gives me a very calm Friday vibe, and I feel like it's so perfect for the weekly wrap up. It's like we're wrapping up the week, we're getting ready for the weekend, everybody just relax. So that vibe. So it's like I can't keep coming back to this one.
I love it. I love it. It's just what we need. Well, I have a couple of announcements of things that are happening in council. So, our biggest accomplishment is the West Area Plan had passed City Council on Monday. So we had a public hearing, but this is something that's been under development with community since really, I think August or September of 2019. So, a good 3.5 years. It's a little longer than normally takes an area plan, but we also had a global pandemic and trying to get folks taken care of some basic needs issues. So really proud of what we were able to contribute to the city's comp plan. And so the West Area Plan includes Sun Valley, West Colfax, Villa Park, Barnum and Barnum West, and Valverde. So those six neighborhoods in West Denver, and they really did come together and really think about the relationship to one another, what kinds of projects are important to them, what kinds of values are important to them, and really based it all around improving the quality of life of the West Side. And so, check it out sometime. There's some really good projects that we're going to be queuing up and trying to get into pipelines for development, conversation points, and it all has to do with our water system, our tree canopy, how we're developing, where we're developing, and it gives us some really good guidance on how to do that responsibly. So I just have to thank all of the West Denver community for contributing to that plan because it is a real gem. So thank you. Um, and then a quick update because there's a pretty significant bill that's coming through the legislature now. It was just announced last week, and it's got the support of the governor already. So I imagine things are going to be happening very quickly. But it is a land use bill, and it takes a pretty wide brush at single family zoning, and would give them use by right to develop ADUs, duplexes, multifamily units on those properties. Obviously, this is something that both city council and community planning and development are all looking deeply at. It's a 105-page bill, um, and it doesn't just affect Denver. It would affect urban municipalities throughout the state, some rural municipalities throughout the state, and so we're just trying to make sure we're understanding what's proposed, and how it would affect Denver, which I think would be a pretty big impact. We're at least 70 or 75% single family zoning. So that's lots that you can't build as a duplex on right now. It's just a single house. And this would basically transform that obligation and that use by right. So just want to give folks a heads up early. Again, this is a state bill. This is not a city council bill, but we'll know that it'll affect us if it passes in its current form. So we're just paying attention because, like I said, in the West Area Plan, we built expectations of affordability and access and equity, and we don't want to lose that through any means. So but we also need to make sure that housing is getting built throughout the region, not just in Denver. So stay tuned. I'll come back with more updates about that bill as it makes its way through the Capitol. Uh, all right. So a couple reminders and updates. Oh my gosh, we're getting close to summer. Can you believe it, Zaylee?
This year's going by so fast.
It's going by really fast. And uh, in anticipation, there's a couple things to be aware of and some resources. So April is Child Abuse Prevention Month. City County Building at 201 West Colfax is hosting a pinwheel garden throughout April to stand for children in vulnerable situations. Visit anytime beginning Monday, April 3rd. Take a picture, take a pinwheel, share about the importance of this month. Um, yeah,
Are there any other resources or events that the community can join in to raise awareness for this month?
yeah. And I think that's the most important part, right? That we're something like this gets us talking about something as serious as child abuse and really making sure that folks know where to go when something happens. So there'll be a community calendar that folks can sign up for. And if you're looking for to get a better understanding and even new ways to support kids who need support, um, we will share that link in the comments. And it's it's definitely something to get involved in and understand what's out there to help families, what's out there to help parents and kids who are in some really uh, maybe emotional or tragic circumstances. So we will be sharing those. Um, and then Zaylee, starting to get warm, sunny, and I know folks are trying to get outside more. So wanted to remind folks that Denver offers the My Denver card. Um, and that wraps all into one card, the library and the rec system into one access point for kids age 5 to 18. So you can get into all the rec centers, swimming pools, some cultural facilities, certainly libraries, and get all that healthy, safe, and fun activity stuff squared away for you in one card.
Nice. And so, how would I find this card? Because I'm definitely gonna look into that. How?
It, so you could go to any Denver Recreation Center, and then they'll give you a full list. And you can also call 311 if you don't know where that is. But go to your local rec center, and they'll help get you signed up.
Cool. Definitely gonna
Yeah,
do that.
I know. I grew up in rec centers. My mom was a lifeguard at Rudy and at Barnum. So my whole life was spent in rec centers. I love them so much.
That's awesome. They're fun.
There's such a necessity. And then speaking of outdoors, Safe Summer Kickoff and Get Outdoors Days coming June 3rd, both together. And I know it seems a little early to be talking about it, but we want to make sure that you're involved early and take advantage of being an exhibitor, a sponsor, or a volunteer too.
Nice.
And so that one is organized by our friends at Southwest Denver Coalition, and it'll be at Garfield Lake Park. That's on the southern end of Council District 3 in Southwest Denver, and it is free, family friendly food, all kinds of fun things to do. They usually have some fishing activities, a variety of different ways to keep your kids occupied and just kick off summer. It's one of those kind of traditions in Southwest Denver. So, and that's it for our updates. Anything going on for you, Zaylee? What are you looking forward to this summer?
Really just getting ready to get rid of this cold. I am not the biggest fan of cold weather, so the warmth coming in, I'm just excited for that.
Exactly. I feel like it looks warmer sometimes than it actually is. So it's a reminder, but my tulips are starting to come up in my yard. I know my husband's already thinking about his garden. So I love all of those processes when it comes to spring.
Yes, yes, specifically.
Good deal. Well, Zaylee, I have loved being able to see you every Friday. I want to thank you for joining us for the wrap up. And you're such a pro and just such an amazing young woman. So thank you so much for being with us this month of March.
Of course, thank you so much for having. Like I always say, this is an awesome opportunity. I always look forward to the weekly wrap up during my week. What updates are we gonna get, and just being in the environment that you create during the show. It's very it's motivational to me to actually get out more into my community and make a change. So, thank you so much for having me, Jamie, and just giving me that motivation.
100%. And likewise, you give that same to me. And I'm watching on TikTok and Twitter and social media of, kids your age. They can't even vote yet, but they are putting on the pressure for better gun legislation, for safer gun legislation throughout the country, and in particular where there was just a recent shooting. And I just really give a lot of credit to your generation, Zaylee, who are not afraid to share what they want and go after it and make sure the world knows. So thank you so much, Zaylee, for being with us. I really appreciate you.
Of course, thank you.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.